Okay, as always in the studios with us, we always bring in that special man who makes sure Movers Nigeria is on track, and he has brought a community together, a community of friends, and he's also invited you and me. We're now a family. We're now Movers Nigeria, that group that will change this country. I remember the Bible says somewhere around the Tower of Babel story about how the people were building a very tall tower to get to heaven to see God probably. And then God pushed down the tower and said, the people is one, actually. So we are one together if we put our hands together and make sure our community, everything about our lives change is going to be a group effort. We have Mr. Ifeanyi Chukwu Okonkwo in the studios with us today on the very special program, Movers Nigeria Powering Straight Talk. Welcome, sir, once again.
It's my pleasure, and good morning.
Good morning. Well, Movers Nigeria still has been in the forefront and pushing the vanguard of change in our society. And so far, for program response, people's response to this program, in terms of meeting with Movers Nigeria, making requests, and partnering with you, what would you say has been the response like?
With the greatest respect and humility to our listeners, I want to use this singular opportunity to thank a great Nigerian, the Vice Chancellor of Nnamdi Azikiwe University in Awka, Anambra State.
Okay.
Professor Egbuka, to be precise, and the Academic Admissions Office. There was an intervention by Movers about a pathetic story of a young lady, Miss Omenaka Onyinye, who, after sitting for the post-JAM examination conducted by the university, was going back home to Onitsha, and she had a motor accident, and eventually her right leg was amputated as a result of the accident.
Wow.
And she was not admitted by the university. The father of this young lady heard about Movers Nigeria. The name of the father is Mr. Cyril Omenaka. He lives at number 18 Anyon Street, Odapu, Onitsha. He decided to approach Movers to see what we can do to intervene about the problem of this young lady who, in the quest for higher knowledge, she became a casualty. And the members of Movers got together and saw this pathetic story, and we wrote to the Vice Chancellor requesting for admission on compassionate ground for this young lady. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I must humbly inform you that the university listened to Movers, not as an individual, but a collection of people of goodwill who decided to see how they can give a helping hand to somebody in the society to better our community. And the university decided to offer this young lady a concessional admission on compassionate ground as we requested. I want to use this singular opportunity to thank the Vice Chancellor. He is a humanist. He is a person who will give opportunity to those who trauma and accident have been able to truncate the opportunity. I'm humble and I'm greatly enthused by this singular honor. I thank the university, and I want the rest of the institutions in this country to look at this singular example and see how it could be emulated. And I want to use the opportunity to thank the young lady now with one leg, the beneficiary of this opportunity, Onyinye Omenaka, and the father wrote us a letter thanking us for our intervention. It's a great move. That is what Movers is all about.
Here's a round of applause for the Governing Council of the Nnamdi Azikiwe University. And that's about what Movers Nigeria is geared to, making sure they help seek redress using the networks they have to intervene in issues that affect our lives. It's not just in education, you cover every field, every strata of society, and that is a live evidence. I've seen the girl's picture, a very beautiful girl. very beautiful girl. Her life would have ended. Some people just have psychological issues afterwards. They've lost their leg. They were trying to seek admission, and then this unfortunate incident happened, and that's the end. They feel they can't move on. But someone step up.
If the parents have gone alone, maybe it wouldn't have worked.
It wouldn't have worked.
That is the essence of the link. Of link up with your neighbors, link up with your friends, and we can put pressure on authority, and it works. And Professor Iboka is a humanist. He has listened to us, he intervened, and we are very grateful.
Well, that's also meaning that other people too have approached Movers Nigeria to seek redress or intervention concerning challenges they faced with authority or some kind of thing. Have that been the trend recently?
Yes, we have been inundated with a lot of petitions and protests, and we are still trying to go through them to assemble them together, because the provisions of the Nigerian Constitution will afford everybody an opportunity to be heard. And all we are trying to do is to package those petitions and complaints, and then forward the complaint to the appropriate persons or authority or institutions, and then seek their reaction. If they don't react, then we bring it to the public table, because we are still working on a very special program that we are going to partner with this great studio, great radio station, 100.9 FM, Solid FM, so that we will create a people's court, a forum where the people can be the judge. There's so much oppression in the system. You don't get a hearing. We give you an opportunity to come here and bring and present your complaints. And these will be matters devoid of matters disputes in court, so that the people themselves will be the judge. And all these people who have been victimizing small people, that is the Nigerian big man syndrome. We want to find a way to arrest it.
Yes. Well, you should be listening to 100.9 Solid FM. Movers Nigeria, always in the forefront of pushing audience participation, people platform, and it will be a people's court. You should keep your dial locked onto this station. We'll let you know the days and times when this will be aired, and you can be part of it. And let's talk about those critical issues. You're the judge. We're just here to mediate, and of course you'll be having a real court scenario here. Probably have a defendant, have the lawyers, have the plaintiff, have everything. So you should be listening to 100.9 Solid FM. It will be powered by Movers Nigeria, just as they're powering Straight Talk. Well, today on Movers Nigeria, the platform is open for discussion. You can call us up and tell us about those critical issues you feel should be discussed on the public table. That's what you'll be talking about. Issues in your society, issues in the communities, issues in maybe it's a civil dispute or whatever you think it is. Whatever field, call us up right now and lay your complaints. Let's talk about it as we gear up for this great program coming up very soon. Let's not forget, this is Movers Nigeria, powering the program Straight Talk. And we have Mr. Ifeanyichukwu Okonkwo, who is the initiative promoter of Movers Nigeria. All right, the phone lines to call 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346. Those are the numbers. I take them again. 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346. Okay, they could call us up, and in case you cannot get across to the phone lines because of the network congestion, then you could also try out sending an SMS through our SMS centers. It's very simple. Take your phone, type a text. Yep, type solid in capital letters, leave a space, type your message, your complaint, your subject of discourse, and send it to 33352. Very simple. Take your phone, compose a message. Yes, type solid in capital letters first. Leave a space, type your message, send it to 33352. Once again, the number to call is 0815-960-9134. Movers Nigeria, powering Straight Talk today on 100.9 Solid FM. It's 11 minutes, am I correct, before we hit 10 o'clock, and we still got a while to go. We have a first call here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, welcome. What's your name?
My name is Saudi.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Enugu.
Okay, go ahead. What do you have to say today? Okay. Well, if you have a topic, a subject you think Movers Nigeria can help address or redress or intervene in, something concerning our communities, concerning our nation, then you're the one who should be calling up right now. Let's take another call this morning. Hello, good morning. All right. 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346. Those are the numbers to call right now. Let's interact. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, welcome. What's your name and where are you calling from? Okay. If you're trying to call the studio lines and it's a problem for you, then you should send a text. We'll read it out right now. Okay? The first thing, you must type solid in capital letters, leave a space, type that complaint, that discussion, that subject you think that we as a community should be discussing, leave a space and send it to 3352, or this 33352, sorry, 33352. Let's take this call. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Okay, we'll still keep trying. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Abafuna.
Okay, go ahead with your contribution.
The area that disturbs me, I returned to Igbo land from Abuja.
Okay.
What is happening in my village?
All right.
Far from here. You know, you find the children, they are educated young men loitering around the village. So I preach seriously about giving children education.
Okay.
Giving our young children education, because when they grow up without education, they look after their trash, the trash in the bush in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
In the night they go to look for wire. Eventually, they drift of stealing.
Okay.
So this is very important. We look after the growing up children, because they are our future.
Okay.
Please, it's extremely important. I'm disturbed. It's no more what it used to be in the past.
Education, right?
Education. We look after the past. You can even live. You know, they go to farm, but in Igbo land, they don't farm again. They don't like turn around.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling. Yep. Education is a subject, it's a headache for him, especially among our youth. But you know, people say with what we're going through right now in educational system, being unable to get into school even though you have the qualifications, people feel, well, what's the use of going to school anymore?
Yeah, one of the greatest problems we have is people not being able to come out to voice or see how we can seek help for any problem that is crushing our community. I thank the caller, Abefuna.
Yeah.
I want to tell him that he should not resign. What he can do is to package the type of education or the type of facility he needs in his neighborhood. Partner with 1 or 2 or 3 people and come to our office with whatever he feels the intervention ought to be. And that is what Movers is looking for, so that we can look for other friends and then give them intervention aid. That is what, there is so much resources in this country, but there is not enough goodwill to share it.
Okay.
All we are trying to do is that if Abefuna would sit down, find 1 or 2, 3 people, particularly those youths that are involved, to see the type of intervention, so that we can see how the community can help itself, and then before we begin to go to the government and the agencies.
All right. Okay, you could also contribute. We're expecting your call, 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346. What do you think are the critical issues we should be focusing on? And that's what Movers Nigeria is asking. It's an open forum, and you are invited to be part of it. 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346. I see a message here that says, I'm an author, a researcher, and a human rights activist. I'm texting from hospital. I broke my leg. When I'm discharged, I'd like to join your organization. It's from Ifeanyi Nweke. Yep.
Thank you, Ifeanyi. If you can send your number to one of our phone lines or text it so we can come and visit you. That is what friendship is all about. We can also find a way to give you support. And that is what we are talking about, that we must spread this goodwill among our people and we change the society.
All right. And the lines are blinking. It started again today. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Shamona. I'm calling from Ababa.
Okay, in the studios with me is Mr. Ifeanyi Chukwuokonkwo. Go ahead with your comment. Network is not looking good today, but let's keep trying the numbers and let's make our contributions known. What do you think should be the critical issues we should be focusing on, especially issues that affect our society today? Someone has talked about education of our youth and that people are going into other negative vices that are not helping our society at all. And let's see what you have to say also. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, welcome to Movers Nigeria Straight Talk. What can we do for you? What's your name?
I'm Weke Fanyi. I'm calling from Achinaidigwe, and the person that just sent a text right now.
Okay. How's the leg?
I'm fine. I'm very happy. I want to commend the initiators of Movers Nigeria. I listened to your program just last week. I was so moved. I've not listened to a program like this before. All my life, I've been a human rights activist. I've been a victim of injustice. I've been fighting for humanity. I've been doing so many things. I even authored a book on my community, or a history of my community from 11th century to present to 12th century. It was a 4 years research work, you understand?
Okay.
So on the process, just 2 months ago, I broke my leg. I was admitted in a local hospital. So I'm supposed to be in Enugu in the office, but I'm so happy. Anytime I'm discharged, I'll be with you. I have so many programs. I even have a company. Things I want to register, but I don't have a legal help. I need people who will help me register my company, back me up, and some other things I have. I think I don't know how to explain. I'm a genius of my generation, but people around me does not understand me. But listening to Movers Nigeria, I believe it's kind of people I want to partner with. So I'm very happy. I want to appreciate your works.
Thank you, Mr. Nweke. Get well soon.
Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Nweke, I'm so enthused with your spirit, and you're not alone. You're no longer alone. All you need to do is, if you find an opportunity, to text your address or the hospital or the local hospital where you are to 070-8955-9992. Help will be on your way.
All right, that's what we're talking about. I hope you heard a story of the intervention of Movers Nigeria in the life of a young lady whose destiny, for some people, would have been cut short. She had an accident on her way returning from post-jam at Nnamdi Azikiwe University, and the family approached Movers Nigeria for aid, and Movers Nigeria swung into action and supported the young lady. Today she's admitted in the university and her life is back on track. We could also do that for you. Movers Nigeria is involved in that. We're asking you today, what are the critical issues you think we should be discussing as regards our social, economic, and of course political lifestyle in Nigeria today? Well, Movers Nigeria is a people's right and economic empowerment association. You'll be hearing more about them in the coming weeks. Well, we're asking you to keep your eyes peeled and keep your ears on the ground. Very soon Movers Nigeria will be powering another program. This time around, it's a court, a people's court, an open forum where you can make your opinions known about issues that affect you. 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346. Mr. Ifeanyi Chukwuokonkwo is here in the studios with us. Who is sending us an SMS or calling us this morning? Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Please, I'm Ngozi.
Okay. Go ahead with your contribution.
To God be the glory for that girl that had an accident and the mediation.
Yes.
I have a very pathetic story too. Problem. My sister had a house. She's now leased because of this problem. She had a house at Abakaliki. The house was marked. They gave her every proof to develop the plot, which she did. She was a widow. And then after developing the plot, they marked that place as one of the houses to be bulldozed because of the new market they sited there.
Mm.
They started paying compensation. She was given very small amounts, while her house was a full completed house with modern facilities. Tenants living there. And then even some houses that were even kind of a stock, they will give them bigger amount and they give a very small amount of money. She refused. And they now went to legal court. Then at a point, she was later introduced to the first lady there because that was her NGO, which were her NGO.
Okay.
And then as she was going there, she now traveled to Aba to see the daughter. The case was still on. The first lady already reassigned some people to go and then do something and then revalue the house. This thing was on. Then one morning, somebody called her on the phone. The person that called her, nobody knew, and told her that the house has been bulldozed. She now had stroke and died immediately.
Wow.
Then when this thing happened, the case now changed. And even when she was staying, she stayed for more than 1 month in the mortuary. She had a son. And then when the son now came back, they started, after the burial, they started the case again. Then some group of threatened the lawyer that if he ever follows this case again, that they will deal with it. Now, no compensation. My sister is gone. The case is no longer there. All the papers are on the table of the first lady. So, in fact, the son even lost his job when he came back for the burial. He stayed for almost 4 months after. They will keep on postponing their arrangement. When she comes, either that the first lady traveled or that the first lady are attending to the matter. Then today, now, up to today, that matter is almost closed. But nobody is clearing that. No longer inviting them. The son has gone back where he was. He has lost his job. So
we're talking about which state? Abia State, right?
Well, she's talking about Ebonyi State.
Ebonyi State.
Yes.
Okay.
Madam, please don't sound very despondent. I don't know where you reside. Are you in Enugu or in Abakaliki? Wherever you reside, make out time to come to our office with whatever relevant papers you might lay your hands on concerning your sister and the issue of her property rights. So you come because it's not as easy as you have just presented, so that we will assist you to do the necessary paperwork that will now give you the necessary authority to go and pursue this matter, and we will give you every assistance. So don't sound despondent. All hope is not lost, but there are requirements of the law. The lady is dead. Somebody must now have to step into her shoes.
As next of kin, right?
Well, that's a technical issues I will not explain here. We will give you every assistance. So come to our office or write us or send somebody so that we will assist you.
Okay. All right. You listen to that, and you can visit Movers Nigeria, number 1 Ogoja Street, here in Enugu. That's at Transekulu of White House bus stop. Content Oil and Gas. I'm taking that off my head because I get used to talking about that address. And you could also be part of them. They are also on social media. And correct me if I'm wrong about this phone number: 042-291-139. If I'm going to be getting that right. I'm getting used to getting the address here. But we're going to be playing the jingle of Movers Nigeria, and you could take those relevant papers and have a discussion with Movers Nigeria. They could put some very good efforts to making sure your issues are addressed. 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346. Those are the numbers on our phone line records, so you could call us up right now or send an SMS. I'm seeing some SMSs on SMS Center. You could start by typing solid in capital letters, leave a space, put your complaint, send it to 33352. Let's call this Movers Nigeria Open Forum today as we lead towards a special program about that. Let's take this one. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Victoria. Good morning.
Okay, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Accra.
All right, go ahead with your contribution or comment.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear. Go ahead, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I want to say I appreciate the initiator of the program, and I just hope he continues with his effort. But I want to ask if he's doing anything for albinos in the society, because you have lots of them who are graduates and looking for jobs and things like that.
All right, thank you for your question, and keep listening for an answer.
My dear Yuki, if you don't have a job, you already have one now offered to you if you are an albino.
Yeah.
And you have to come to our office in Enugu. It's number 1 Ugoja Street in Transekulu. We have a special program for disadvantaged Nigerians. And I am giving you an opportunity here that all you need to say is yes, say yes. You already have a job yourself, and then you can go and mobilize others.
All right, so that's basically what you can do. I got the address off their Facebook page. That means they're on Facebook, they're on social media. Get them on Twitter. They're Movers Nigeria, one word. On Facebook, Movers Nigeria. Their website is www.moversnigeria.org, and on YouTube also find them on Movers Nigeria. Well, the address to visit, if you want to write this down, take a paper and a pen. I give you 1 minute. A paper and pen. Good, good. All right, the address is number 1 Ogoja Street off Nike Lake Road by Content Oil and Gas Limited. That's White House Bus Stop, Transekulu, Enugu. Once again, it's number 1 Ogoja Street off Nike Lake Road by White House Bus Stop. Just ask around for White House Bus Stop. You'll see they're building their Movers Nigeria. Well, let's take more calls this morning. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead, what's your name? So can you speak up? We can't hear you. Your name is what? Amaka. Calling from where? Alright, go ahead with your contribution. Go ahead, we're listening to you. Oh, sorry about that. Hello, good morning. Hello? Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Abati.
Oh, what's your name? Oh, well, keep trying, keep trying. If you cannot get across to us, then text us and we'll reach out to you also. To text is simple. Open your phone's SMS or text messages and compose a new message. Type solid in capital letters. Leave a space, type your complaint or your message, and send everything to 33352. There's a message here that says there's an abandoned building at the psychiatric hospital which is nearly completed. If completed, it will solve the problem of office accommodation. And that this message was not complete. We've seen that building, New Haven, the psychiatric hospital here. It's not completed, and someone here is saying we should address that issue.
That's an important issue, but I will use this opportunity to tell the person that we are not only going to intervene to see that the building is completed, but also to fight the corruption in the system. Because the building wasn't completed because of corruption. So we will not just come as a community to help complete a building that we know that small funds have been made up, have been appropriated for the completion, and it was not. So all we need to do is now to generate our complaint and protest to those in authorities if we will see people from the catchment area where this hospital is supposed to serve to come and assist movers so that we can take back our project. The project is ours. It does not belong to the people who work there.
Yes, and that's what everyone should be thinking. Some people feel it's not my business, but I feel that when you understand that everything that belongs to, in quote, government is yours, actually, you take more responsibility for it. All right, we're still expecting more of your calls. 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-30 7346. Okay, let's go a short message about Movers Nigeria. We get back to your calls and talking more about those critical issues that we should be discussing. That's what we're doing on today's open forum of Movers Nigeria. All right, tell us those critical issues you think in our communities, in our society, in our country we should be discussing about.
Remember, your value is whatever premium you place on yourself. Why wallow in self-pity and despondency? Why fight alone when institutional support is one phone call away? Simply join Movers Nigeria, a people's rights and economic empowerment association. Our platform is available to all: clubs, professionals, women, youth, students, artists, and religious organizations. The attributes that define us as a people were hard work, diligence, philanthropy, family values, kindred spirit, integrity, and fairness. Together, we can fight corruption, violence against women, violation of human rights, and environmental degradation. My friend, will your conduct help us as a group and a community?
Yes, so oyimo omume aga yerukwa obodo ayi ka
Then you have become a mover. Call or visit us at our national headquarters at number 1 Ogoja Street of Nike Lake Road by Content Oil and Gas Limited, White House Bus Stop, Transekulu, Enugu. Or call our line 042-229-1198, 0708-955-9992, or email us at admin@moversnigeria.org or info@moversnigeria.org. We are on Facebook and Twitter. Movers Nigeria, rebuilding our lives and community.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
We don't have the tower, but we have the power. This is
Solid 100.9 FM.
Yes, we're back again. Still Straight Talk, powered by Movers Nigeria. Yep, and we are still talking about those critical issues in the front burner in our communities, our society, and our country in general. So you could bring up those issues and let's discuss about them right here and see how we can, as a family, help each other. Movers Nigeria is in the forefront of encouraging community participation and human rights empowerment, and of course the greater good of the country. You're contributing by our phone lines 0815-960-9134 or 0815-243-7346, or you can send an SMS to our SMS center by composing a text message. And first thing you do is type solid in capital letters, leave a space, type your complaint, send it to 33352. Let's take these calls right now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, what's your name and where you calling from?
This is Justice Bright.
Justice Bright.
Yes, calling from Kogi State.
Okay, go ahead.
And this something of human rights, I don't know why it was not extended to Kogi State.
Why it's not extended to Kogi State?
Yes, I want it to be extended to Kogi State so that we could be negotiating that on phone or face to face, because I'm working at High Court of Justice here.
Okay.
We already asked for partnership. Start one in your area, write to us so that we can now do a signage with you. We are only starting from our small community, extending it by chain. The people will start one in their area and invite us or write to us or interact with us through the internet so that we will reach you and give you support or show you how to start.
Okay, for purposes of clarity, Movers Nigeria is not restricted to Enugu, it's not restricted to the southeast, it's Nigeria in general, and that's what we're talking about. So the office of Movers Nigeria being in Enugu doesn't really change much, it's just there is a base. So it's going to be extended to Kogi, any other state of the Federation. You could just interact with them via Facebook or visit their website and send an email, admin moversnigeria.org or info@moversnigeria.org, and then you could find out more about how to participate in any state of Nigeria you're domiciled. Okay, let's take more calls. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm sorry, I come from New York.
Okay, go ahead then.
As I appreciate for that man there, I like the program.
All right. Okay, thank you very much for calling then.
Thank you. I want to invite you to come and join Movers.
Okay. All right, so you could still call in. We're taking more calls. It's about 15 minutes into 10 o'clock, aka 10:15, and we are heading all the way to 11. Movers Nigeria leading, and you are also participating. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and what's your location?
My name is Ezekiel Chinedu.
Okay.
I was really recommending the program. I really love it.
Okay.
It's just that we are having something in school. I'm a student of ASUS.
Okay.
So, we are having an organization known as SIFE, Student in Free Enterprise.
Okay.
But it's now called Enacting. Their main purpose is being innovative and creative. So we have some things. We're working on some projects. Engineering faculty, they're working on their project. Management science, they're working on their project. What we base on is based on entrepreneurial activities.
Okay.
So and we are about going for an empowerment in other communities.
Yep.
But our main motive here is sponsorship.
Alright.
We need sponsorship.
Okay.
For now, we are into examination. We are planning after the exam, we'll be coming to your office.
Okay.
The last person that sent text to you last Saturday.
Alright.
My question last Saturday was, what was the reason why government want to ban JAMB and WAEC? JAMB and NECO. I just want to know why.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you very much for calling. Clarity purposes also, JAMB and NECO being banned. Well, officially statements have not been received from government as to that topic. It was a leak according to news sources from someone high up there, but it's not been officially stated that it will be scrapped. Well, today JAMB is going on, or UTME is going on, and I believe NECO would also come up May, June, July or so. Alright, for the meeting they will be having with you later on when they finish their exams?
Yes, they're invited. They can come to us, and you don't talk about sponsorship without first of all identifying the program you want to do. Getting sponsorship means that we will also buy into your program.
Okay.
The first thing they must do is to find a way to bring their program within the umbrella of Movers programs, and then we will give them assistance.
Alright, and you must see a need and feel that need. Well, you can visit Movers Nigeria at number 1 Ogoja Street off Nike Lake Road. Look for White House bus stop at Transekulu and visit them. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, they're on YouTube, they're on the internet at moversnigeria.org. That's their website. The hotline is 0708 955 992 080708955 992. 999 is 9992. Okay, let's take more calls right now. What are your contributions on the critical issues we should be addressing in Nigeria today, and how can Movers Nigeria and yourself contribute, a partner to make change in our society? Let's take more calls. Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
I am calling from MLM. I have been following all you have been saying there, but I haven't heard about the monetary aspect of it.
Okay.
Like, yes.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Your question will be answered right now.
Yeah, we don't ask anybody to give us money. What we're asking people is to form alliance with us, and we will raise the money. We are not asking you to come and donate money to movers. Form an alliance. Let us take back our community. Let us rebuild our community. Within ourselves and other members of the community, we can go on drives to go and get little contributions that will make things change. There are good Nigerians. If we can approach them and you have an implementable project that touches the community, they will give us assistance. I have not lost faith. And some of us, members of Movers, are equally people who can pay their bills. So we want to give back a little bit to the society, and that's what we are trying to cultivate, that culture in our communities.
Well, to be a member of Movers Nigeria, to be a member of the association, you can visit their office at number 1 Ogoja Street off Nike Lake Road by Content Oil and Gas Limited. That's White House bus stop in Transekulu right here in Enugu, and ask more questions. That is it. All right, so let's take more calls. 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346. We're taking your calls right now, and keep on trying our phone lines. If you can't get across to our studio lines, then you should be sending an SMS by typing solid in capital letters. Leave a space, type your message, and send to 33352. Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello? All right. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Innocent Kidevere.
Okay, Innocent, go ahead with your contribution.
I'm calling from this Enugu.
Okay.
My professor, I want to ask you about this question. Do you observe that in our society, especially in Nigeria, that our security agents don't secure the society? They secure the citizens and the other people in the state.
Okay.
They don't secure the security society itself. They only secure the stakeholders and the rich. And the poor and the less rich ones are less unsecure. I think there is anything can do to. Thank you.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Alright. I think we've got the bulk of what he wants to say. He says security agencies are not securing Nigerians.
Yes, I share the same view with you, but there is still a window. I know the government of Enugu State has also a program for community participation in security affairs. If you may inquire from the ward of the appropriate authorities in the Enugu State government, there is a program for community. I don't know whether it is called community policing, but something has to do with the community participating in security matters. And you, as an individual, can set up a network of friends or people who also believe in providing security or and assisting the authorities. And if you are having problems, reach us at Movers and we'll tell you how to go about it.
Alright, and we're giving you the address of Movers, and we'll still talk about it much later as the program progresses. 23 minutes into 10 o'clock is still Straight Talk, which is powered by Movers Nigeria. Let's whet your appetite about the program forthcoming, which is powered by Movers Nigeria. Another of the publicity initiatives to make sure that you guys, everybody, not you guys, everyone participates in discourse on national issues. Is called People's Court, and it will be airing on Solid 100.9 FM. It's the court of the people, the People's Parliament. You can call in, contribute, and bring your petitions. We'll have the defendants, have the plaintiffs. That's all I know about law. Plaintiffs and defendants.
You said it all.
And co-accused, and that's all I know. So you're going to be the jury, and they're going to be the judge. There's going to be issues that affect us as a people. All right, let's see. My line's blinking. Let's see who's here. Good morning. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm China, so I'm calling from Lagos.
China, so go ahead with your comment.
I've been listening to your program. I just want to ask for one thing.
Yeah.
I'm a night student. I've been looking for IT November. I've gone to the radio stations. Either they tell me they don't take, or they tell me they collect them. So I just want to know if you can assist me or help me with anything.
IT students.
Yeah.
You're looking for placement in a radio station? You're looking for a placement in a radio station?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I think that's what you can come to Solid FM, look for the manager programs, and he will see what he can do for you.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you very much for calling.
That makes sense.
Yes, actually. All right, intervention, meeting needs, community development, community participation, empowerment, and people's rights. All that encapsulates what Movers Nigeria is all about, and much more. And you can also be a mover by visiting their website, their Facebook page, Twitter handle, YouTube feeds. You could also know more about them. In the meantime, you could call us up right now. We're talking about issues critical to our nation's development. What do you think are those critical issues we should address as a people, as a community coming together? All right, let's see who's here. Okay, 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346. That's the number to call. Hello?
Hello, Pastor.
Yes, brother, good morning.
I'm Mr. Ranjo, I have something I want to talk.
All right.
That is, I remember my father before my father died.
Yeah.
Before my father died, my father left. That you marry about 5 wives. Yeah. When my father died, this morning, I left with my father and stayed with my grandfather. The first child my father born, now came doing fire with her father's properties. He said no anybody will go there. So I did 3 people. This one the first one, this one the first side, this one man the first side. When I go there, so this man make give my own properties, make I collect. So that I'm not born there, I live with my grandfather, make I go that place. Okay. Now my grandfather don't die this January. This man came bring fire. Now her son. So I did 2 persons. Also the second one are women. I mean the first one. So the only thing in contact with me. And my grandfather no carry anything. Now him don't carry anything.
All right.
That may confuse me. My grandmother they cry every time they cry. Make I not go there. So I know they go there.
All right. Thank you for that complaint. I think it's a civil dispute.
Yes, it's something concerning with the family inheritance and status of an individual. So I don't know where he resides. And if you're able to communicate to us and present this case, we will find a way to dialogue amongst them, because life is nothing. And all we need to do is to also look ahead. The man that has passed away may not have too much for inheritance.
Yeah.
And we'll teach you how to believe in yourself, and materials will not bring dispute in the family, because we will leave this thing behind and go someday. So we will encourage you, we will help you, we will intervene in your matter if you're able to package it, so we see how we can dialogue. Maybe if they see that there are people who are concerned, they will have a human face.
Exactly. Well, dispute resolution is something a lot of people don't actually go through. Is it out of court settlement and all that? People don't explore that option too much.
Yes, because the system, there's so much frustration in the country, and that is why options are limited.
Okay.
And that is what we're trying to tell people, that we should reinvest in our community. There's so much you can achieve by dialogue. There's a saying in Igbo parlance that a man who opens his palm, nobody will use a machete to cut it. It's only when you put a fist cup, that is when they will know you're coming for a fight.
All right, so you could also contribute to the program. It's Movers Nigeria powering Street Talk on Solid 100.9 FM. Mr. Ifeanyi Chukwu Okonkwo, who is the initiator and promoter of Movers Nigeria, is here in the studios, and we're addressing issues of national importance, those critical issues in our community, society, and country in general. that we need to address and move forward as a people? Well, you could call us up right now. A few people have made some complaints, and you could also do so. But there's going to be ample opportunity for you to do so on the next flagship program being powered by Movers Nigeria. Let's see a message on our SMS center. This one says, my mom is a founder of an organization, Aguata South Women's Forum. Though this forum has been inaugurated, can you help register it? That's what they didn't put a name here, but we hope you put a name very soon. Let's see.
Yes, if we know what the organization is all about and is seeking assistance to register an organization, the membership of the organization must also be aware that your mother wants to register it. So it's not for you to privatize all the hard work of all the people. So we are trying to build a community. So you don't need to register it for it to be functional. That's another opportunity people must also know.
All right, so we're still waiting for more calls on 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346. Your contributions very important, and that's why we're talking about them right now on the Movers Nigeria Powering Straight Talk. All right, let's see who's here. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and location, please?
It's working fine. Calling from Machina.
Okay, go ahead.
I sent a text right now about a woman who has an organization. That's my mother.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay.
So, what the organization is a kind of grassroots organization that it brings women together. If they are up to 300 or 400 women, they are bringing. They are trying to enlighten our people on dividends of democracy. Our people are politically marginalized. So this organization has been inaugurated long ago, but some big men and some politicians who have been promising them to register them are not doing so because these people are not interested on money. They are just interested on developing the community. So if actually you people can help them register, I will get them. I will let them know that Movers Nigeria can do this kind of thing for them. They will organize themselves and come and see me in your office and explain some certain things to you.
Yes, we will intervene. We will help them.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ifeanyi, for calling. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, what's your name?
Yeah. My name is Agogo. I'm calling from Mpokuti.
Okay, go ahead.
Please, because I've been listening to your programs for the past 2 weeks now. So I like the whole concept. But there's one thing I would like to say, because everything you're saying that you're inciting the youth and all of us, because I for one are very interested in all of it. But there's one problem we have as the youth of Nigeria. We are very impatient. So I don't know, I think I would like people to want to just take a time out, maybe that's just dedicate that program to try to encourage the youth to be very patient with everything they are doing. Because go down to school, everything we are doing, we want our results now in immediate answers. So in terms of when they come to the office, and maybe over time, the kind of results we are looking for, we won't get it. You know, over time, and people calling, talking about money, they need money for their business. So I think you should find a time, just one program dedicated to talking about patience, so that we will have time with the youth. They should be patient with everything we are doing. That's just the point I want to make. So you know that it's not just come for something today, you get to that like. That's just my point.
All right, thank you very much for your contribution. All right. Well, more of those contributions will be very critical, and that's why we're taking them on Movers Nigeria today. It is powered by Movers Nigeria, the program Straight Talk. You can also contribute via SMS, and let's get to know what you have to say. Let's talk about Movers Nigeria briefly when we get back. More of your calls and SMSs. Good morning. Yes, we're building lives and communities, and we do that in partnership. Everybody putting hands together to make sure that we move our nation forward. All right, so let's take more of your calls. 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346. Let's talk about those issues that affect you and our communities, our society, our country in general. And that's the topic of discourse today on Movers Nigeria, powering the program Straight Talk. And of course, the initiator and promoter, Mr. Ifeanyi Chukwuokonkwo, is in the studios with us today, talking about what we can do as a group, as a community, to change our society. Do you have a complaint? Do you have a comment to make? Then call us up right now. I give you the numbers 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346. Let's see who's here. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, is this Police FM, sir?
Yes, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
From Enugu. Good morning, sir.
Okay, go ahead with your contribution.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Please, my younger brother was shot by the armed robbers, so he was admitted in the UNCA. And they wanted to operate on him. For past 1 month here, he was there, waiting for the operation. Now they told us to go home. Their theater was, the AC is not in their theater. They cannot operate somebody in the heat. They're supposed to repair the AC before the operation will take place. So I've been wondering, the whole University of Nigeria was given an excuse of AC, while the young boy was on pain for almost 1 month. The AC was not there, the AC was spoiled, and they are trying to repair the AC and tell the young boy to go to their house. Every Friday they will be coming for a checkup. So that's why I complain this matter to you people, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Keep listening. Your comment will be addressed. What do you think about that?
Yes. Before I will go to that, the first person called and talked about patients and youth.
Yeah.
By the middle of May, we will unveil a program for our outdoor going to meet people to talk and motivate the youth. Sometimes you don't blame these people that are impatient, because corruption also has another repercussion. Because of the type of corrupt society we live in, if you are having patience, then you might be a victim. So we are going to organize a forum, talk shows, and we're also inviting students, organizations to partner with us so that we will find a way to sponsor this type of talk shops and bring people who, not people who come to donate money, people who have character in the society, so that they can motivate these young people. Then the issue of the young man that was shot and the AC in the theater of the university not working, I will like to tell the caller, if you can come to our office, we'll find a way to put down this your complaint and go to the university and find out whether what you're saying is actually the truth. And if there is any assistance we can render immediately to assist the victim, we can do that. And also we will petition the authorities. We petition to the authorities to find out what happened to the money that was appropriated for this air conditioning system.
Dilapidated infrastructure in Nigeria is a critical issue we should face. If his brother didn't go through that system, nobody would have been complaining about it on radio.
Yes. So what we want to do is take back our community. If there's an assistance we can render to the university authorities for them to keep the program working, we do that as an intermediate response. But we want to find out if there are monies appropriated and somebody will steal it. I will use this opportunity to tell Nigeria that the movement that calls Save Nigeria from Corruption. They have visited our office, they are seeking partnership, they are going to organize a walk throughout the country against corruption, because all this dilapidation and broken down equipment and stealing and not using funds appropriated for the repairs of things or servicing those equipment for rendering service is all part of the corrupt tendencies in our community, and we cannot sit back and continue complaining. We want to do something as a community, and if there's assistance we can render to the authority to make things working, because they are working for us, we will render those assistance. There are those professional people, medical experts, people who are trained in rendering services. If they are having difficulties, they can approach movers. We will organize the community. We will find a way to bring an intervention. So you just don't sit back and say there is no mechanical support for the air condition to work. There are people who can fix air conditioners. We will mobilize them. We will give them the necessary incentive to come and fix it. But because this is our community.
Do you think when federal government is to set up an establishment, let's say they set up a federal medical center or whatever they set up, or you build something in a community, if you were to put a management team together to say, manage this thing, is it right, in your own opinion, to put members of the community on those boards who would ensure the interest of the community is served on those organizations? Because people just get drafted from wherever they come from. You know, they move you from Sokoto to one state and say become the MD of this, or become the DG of this, or manager of this, and he doesn't feel one-on-one with the community. He's just there to, you know, administer. But is it right for us to also put someone who is also in the community to work side by side with this management team to make sure the interest of the community is served?
What you're saying is a very vital issue, but that issue cannot be addressed if we don't get the politics right.
Okay.
So what we're trying to do is, first of all, to mobilize the community interest, that every institution, every project in our community, we are the stakeholder, we are the owners, not those appointees.
Yeah.
From that point, we will now make demand on the system.
Okay.
If you go start making demand on the system, they will cripple you. That is why we say, let us link up. Both those who are working in these institutions, if there are shortcomings, if there are things that have made it impossible for delivery of service, that is why MOVA has opened a window where we can partner and find a way of taking back and claiming back our society, and things will start working. It is not when you sit down in your family dining table and you're complaining to your wife, or you take it out on the people around you. We are saying there's an opportunity for us to take back our community. Let us get interested in how things are run.
Yeah.
From there on, we will make demands.
All right. What do you have to say about this? Put your contributions by text message, by opening your phones, composing a new text message, type solid in capital letters, put your complaint, send it to 33352. That's probably the best way to go if you can't get across to our studio lines. But if you still want to attempt calling us, then you should be calling 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346. We're expecting your calls right here, right now. I see someone calling. Hello, good morning.
I'm Emmanuel.
Emmanuel, go ahead with your comment. Where are you calling from?
I have a problem since 2 years now. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Since 2 years now, I've been in the house. When I have a concert in my final course at the Anambra State there. When they check the pigeon to shock me when I did not even mean anything. There's nothing that needs you to open fire on me. So when I had this thing, I was very, very good. So I want to tell the matter to the man that has station there. So I think I should send the this number that you people are calling my brother, my other one that is in at Anambra there. Try to forward to the person.
You have an injury to your spinal cord?
Yeah, it's a gunshot now. It's a gunshot. I can't move right now. I can't move very serious now. I cannot move.
Okay. So you need assistance.
So the matter was sent to court too. So the people are not responsible to my treatment. That is where they blame me.
All right.
So my uncle is still looking for a way to attend the court is in Okada. He was in Majesty Court. So the woman, the lady that is Majesty, now sent to the main court so that they see us. They are not just about the money they will send for my kids.
Okay. All right.
Right now I'm in Rotibas State now. Yeah, I'm coming from.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Listen, he needs assistance. I think it's a legal issue also.
Not only legal, also medical assistance. So if he's able to package what the problems are through any of his relations and send it to us. The intervention is throughout Nigeria. All we need to do is to find a way to give you a helping hand. That is all MOVAS is doing. We will make sure that assistance will come to you, either to help you seek redress and also to see that you stay alive. That's another thing.
Before we go to the calls, let me ask a critical question. A lot of people have given up on Nigeria. We're just existing in Nigeria. If we had options, we would have just gone out. If they say, okay, and worldwide, the United Nations say you can decide where you want to live, you can be, you can remove your citizenship from it. A lot of people that have left Nigeria will be only 4 or 5. And I'm probably president. but come to think of it, why in the face of so much negativity about Nigeria is Movers Nigeria still trying to promote building Nigeria?
There is so much hope in Nigeria because life is all about hope. The despondency in Nigeria is caused by the leadership. If we take leadership from the family point up to the presidency, we can fix Nigeria. Okay. Why is it that people who will take up leadership in Nigeria will come out to buy your vote, to come out to give you money, to donate money to you, and then these young people who are now complaining they are unemployed today will line up to go and cause mayhem, will snatch ballot boxes, will do everything to truncate democracy. At the end of the day, they will be at the receiving end. So all we need to do is to take up leadership from the family point. Reconstruct the country. And Nigeria is a beautiful country.
All right, so you're hearing that. There's still hope in this great country, Nigeria. There's still hope. Don't give up. This country has so much potentials, and like we've heard, if we join our hands together, we can go very, very far. All right, so call us right now. 100.9 Solid FM is the frequency. Straight Talk is the program, and Movers Nigeria is sponsor. The initiator and promoter, Mr. Frank Chukwukonkwo, is here with us today and talking about those critical issues that affect our country, affect your life, affect the society and communities. We start from the family all the way to the top. Let's take your call. 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346. Let's not forget, you could follow them on Twitter at Movers Nigeria. You can also meet them on Facebook, Movers Nigeria. Their website, www.moversnigeria.org. You are invited to the conversation. Well, if you want to visit their office, it's at number 1 Ogoja Street of Nike Lake Road, White House Bus Stop, Transekulu, Enugu. Hotline 0708-955-9992. That's the number to call the office of Movers Nigeria. For now, call our studios and let's get to know what you have to say. Okay. Who else is on our phone line? 0815-960-9134 and 0815-243-7346. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Innocent. I'm calling from Enugu.
Innocent, go ahead with your contribution.
Please, sir, I want to ask you, where is the United Nations office located in Enugu?
We just called it now. Number 1 Ogoja Street. Are you writing them down?
Yeah.
Number 1 Ogoja Street of Nike Lake Road.
Yes.
White House Bus Stop, Transekulu, Enugu.
Yes. But I mean, United Nations
office in Enugu. I know UN office, WHO UN is around Independence Layout.
Okay.
Yeah, it's around Independence Layout. Coming in from, what's the name of the street? Coming in from, towards, what's the name of that road again? Okay, I'll get that information across to you. Aguilera Street. Yes, Aguilera Street. Alright. Well, that's it. You could ask more questions about Movers Nigeria and checking out what's involved in changing our society, changing our communities, and the lines are still blinking this morning. Hello, good morning. Oh. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Name and location, please.
My name is Nedima. I'm calling from Enugu here.
Nedima, nice to meet you. Go ahead with your contribution.
Please, I want to commend the initiator and I want to ask a question.
Okay.
If somebody brings a very critical issue to the Movers office and there is threat of life over that issue, I want to know how Movers can protect that person to avoid, prevent death from the traitors and so that the case can really move on. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Nedima, for calling.
if an issue comes up, thank you, Nedema, for calling and raising this vital issue. If there's any true issue of threat to life, the first intervention mover will do is to make sure that the appropriate security authorities are brought into notice. The first thing you do is you send a petition for the protection of your life, because Movers has no authority over protection of lives.
Yeah.
All we do is to support life. So the next thing we do is that we find a way of an amicable settlement of the issue between the contending parties and see how we can resolve it. There is so much frustration in this country because of lack of leadership, and people will take it out on people, and sometimes frustration will lead to death, threats to life and the rest of them, and even security threats. And what we want to do is to tell people to be law abiding and don't take laws into your hands. There's always an opportunity for you to seek redress, either in court, or we're also trying to now expand this opportunity for us to have a public court where anybody who has decided to use the Nigerian big man to oppress you, you bring a petition, we bring you and the person in this studio, so that Nigerians will be the judge. And all these things are all ways of trying to alleviate the problem of intimidation, problem of violation of rights. And what is in the air today is the conduct of the youths in this country is threatening even family survival. You will hear cases of rape, of child abuse, and Nigerians are so laid back that nobody wants to do anything. And that is what Movers is primarily trying to engineer, that people will take more than passing interest in the affairs in the community.
Well, I'm excited about that program when it comes up. People's Court is going to be airing on 100.9 Solid FM. In the meantime, we have 7 minutes left before 11 o'clock, which is destination time on Movers Nigeria. Every Saturday from 9:30 to 11, we discuss critical issues, and it's powering the program Straight Talk. Okay, let's take more of your calls right now. 0815 960 9134 and 0815 243 7346. Let's see who's here. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning. Name and location, please.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning.
I'm Shadrach. I'm calling from Imo State.
Okay, Shadrach, go ahead with your contribution.
Okay. The problem is that, hello?
Yes, go ahead.
So, the problem is that I want to know what are you people are from those who are all these artists who are playing music. So I have a many songs that I produce, and I work hard to have a song, but I don't have the money even to do the video. So I don't know if people can help me from school.
You can come to Solid FM and we'll address that, okay?
I can
come to Solid FM and we'll address that.
Please come.
Alright. That's an issue for us anyway. Let's talk about Movers Nigeria. Okay, let's work together and make this happen on 100.9 Solid FM. You're interested in the conversation, we're interested in listening, and let's partner. It's about community participation for the development of our nation, Nigeria. Alright, so who else wants to make a contribution? Let's see who's out there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, brother.
Yeah, my name is Jonathan. I'm speaking from Edo State.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, the Nigeria problem, we have so many reasons why things are falling apart in Nigeria.
Okay.
The reason is, what I mean by reason is, we are taboo. For example, the pensioners money, somebody people gather together and carry that money out and keep it. Nothing is done for them. What do you expect of the pensioner and their children that are lingering around in the street? What do you expect of them? So many things are falling apart. Everywhere is corrupt. The three arms of the government are all corrupt. Everybody is corrupt in Nigeria. Except those things are put in place, corruption, eradicated, and the truth is spread out. Let nobody to come out to say, take money because you pay for me and so on. What do you expect of them when they are living in abject poverty? What do you think they will do?
Some of them are good collecting 100 naira, 200 naira, because they price their food for illegal people who are corrupt that are going to that place. And when they reach there, they reach their pocket and every other thing. The pensioners, they are companies, those who stop my image and so that Nigeria became one when things were falling apart in those days. After the government said that their money is started away by some people and they are the government. If they are the people who are calling them, those people who voted in the government. So these are the problems, some of the problems, not that these are the only problems.
Alright. Thank you very much for your contribution.
That is why we are asking people, let us form a link. Let us link up. If we don't link up, we cannot change Nigeria. You cannot, as an individual, tackle the man who took the pension money. If we're able to have about 200, 500 people come together, we will take back our money from the man, starting from his community. These things, the money is spent in the community, he will hide it in the bank, he will still come and spray it or use it to sponsor one person to become our chairman of our local government or governor or president. We have to unite and fight this corruption. You don't fight it alone. You cannot sit down in your house and change Nigeria. You must open your door and yell, we can't take this thing anymore. And that will bring change. Your neighbor will be yelling, everybody will now join on the streets, and we take back our community.
Alright, so your contributions are also very important, so call us up right now. We just have 2 minutes left. Let's take our last call before we leave. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, well, yes, I'm calling from Edo.
Go ahead with your comment.
Yes, thank you. Good morning. So I just did my radio now and I've heard what you were saying.
Okay.
So if I can understand, Movers Nigeria is a resolution that wants to change the way things should be done in this country. Alright. So my question now is, now anybody can be a member.
Yes.
Then the organization, how does the organization sensitize our members? Changing the way we do things in this country. How could the organization try to change the way Nigerians and average Nigerian things and those things? And it says that in our businesses, in the way we handle everything. For instance, if you move around now, when people are discussing, you see that most things we discuss is a way to cheat the next person. That's just the thinking of an average Nigerian today. I'm a youth. I do a little business. In my business, I do phone business. In my business, you see so much fraud in the business. And people just take it as is a normal thing. You should be fast and sharp and all that. So my question now is, how does Movers Nigeria sensitize our members and even other people that are not members, changing the mindset of people?
Thank you very much.
Alright.
Thank you for your contribution. Okay.
I must thank you for voicing out this concern about the attitude and value system in Nigeria. One of the ways of changing our community is that a few friends have partnered with me to make it possible for you to be hearing me this morning. That is one way. And nothing has assumed completeness nor finality. You, as an individual, will also design ways we can change Nigeria and the young people. We are concerned about the youth development and lack of the interest of our leaders in engendering a program to straighten out character and value and to bring back family values in our family setups. So what we are saying is that come and partner with us. You don't even need to be a member of Movers to help. Come to us, tell us what we can do. If you invite us to come to your street or come to your village or come to your community, we will discuss. We will come, and then that is one way of generating change and also activating the attitude that we need to change. We're asking for partnership. We're asking for friendship. We're asking you start an organization with your friends as we have started. Link up with us. We will give you support.
Okay. All right, so that is the last words from Movers Nigeria, but not the last comment from them. They're still on 100.9 Solid FM every Saturday, 9:30 all the way till 11, and we have exhausted our time. Thank you very much, Mr. Ifeanyi Chukwuokonkwo, for joining us again.
It's my pleasure, and every week we'll bring out new programs.
Yes, and keep your ears and your eyes open to the new flagship program, People's Court, to be debuting on Solid 100.9 FM sooner than you think. Movers Nigeria is at number 1 Ogoja Street of Nike Lake Road by White House Bus Stop, Transekulu, Enugu. They're on social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and they are also on the internet, www.moversnigeria.org. Hotline 0708-955-9992. Have a wonderful Saturday. Amazing Grace UC still in the building. Wish you the very best. To all those couples getting married today, to all those kids writing jam, wish you the very best. Have a beautiful day. Up next is Talk Your Own by BBC Media Action. Enjoy the rest of your day.